Okay. Hi guys, we are jumping back into the Java advanced super stuff. Let me give examples about the variables used in Java, the access of the variables. I talked about Java methods, classes, inheritance. So here I'll explain how where the variables have access. It's called the scope. You know, Java scope, variables level of access in Java code. For example, a class has methods, method 1, method 2, variables v1, v11, v2, v22. So these variables are defined and used here. These variables are defined and used here. You cannot access this in this one, this in this one. You cannot access this variable in this class, this variable in this class. I'll explain with that's called the scope of the variable. Scope of these two variables inside method. Scope of these variables inside method m2. Let me explain. Here is the public class main. There is a class inside here. This is the main function, main method. Public static void main. I am defining a variable double d1 equal to 15.46. So at this point, the variable d1, Java doesn't know what it is because it's not declared yet. It cannot be used here. You cannot put this statement here and say print this d1, you know. But once you define it, it's accessible here. d1 can be used here. So when I try to print it, double 15.46, it's happily displayed. Let's go into another example. Here I talk about the, for example, here if I have another class here and then try to use d1 and print, it will give an error. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about the block scope. For example, there is a block 1, block 2. What is a block? Is a group of code program. This is one group here. Same examples. V1, V2, these two are defined in block 1. These two are defined in block 2. This cannot be used here. This cannot be used here. Likewise, we cannot use these two there. Public class main block scope. Variables access inside that block only. Same public static void main. I am defining string s1 equal to vegetable pakora. So I am trying to print out s1, that is s1. And I have another subclass here. Okay, see the curly brace. Curly brace means another class or a method. So string b1 equal to bonda snack. This is another block. This is the main block, sub block. System.out, I am trying to print the bonda, B1. What will happen? This vegetable pakora is not accessible here. No vegetable pakora here. Bonda is here. So output will be, the first thing will print vegetable pakora and then bonda snack. That's the access of the variables. So this video I talked about how variables can be defined, where it can be used. Please watch my previous video about the inheritance, how a subclass can inherit attributes methods from a superclass. Thanks for watching. Hi guys, let's jump back into the Super Java polymorphism. What is poly? Poly means change. Poly means many, morph means change. Polymorphism means relationships between the different inheritances. Please watch my previous video about Java inheritance, where you can attributes and methods will inherit properties from the superclass. Example here, superclass, subclass, subclass, subclass. These will inherit or extend the properties of superclass. And we are using polymorphism to maintain the relationships between different inheritances. Simple example. Class auto, public void, number of wheels. It's the name of it. This is a method. I am printing number of wheels. Another class car. Car is a type of auto. So this is the main. These are subclasses. Superclass, subclass. Car extends auto. So we are going to talk about number of wheels. System.out print, see, public void method name is numWheels. Same name like here. That's the important point of polymorphism. So we print 4. Car has 4 wheels. Same thing. Class truck extends auto. How many wheels truck has? The biggest truck, let's say 18. So public void number of wheels. Number of wheels. Same name. That's the polymorphism. Superclass, subclass 1, subclass 2. You can create many more subclasses. This for code execution will be faster. We are reusing the code, you don't have to put the same code again and again. Use the library Java functions. So this is the main function. Class main, public static void, all this general syntax. I'm calling this auto main class, auto object equal to new auto object here. Okay. So this instantiates the auto object. Next one is auto car object equal to new car function, car, this one. Next, truck object, instantiate the truck, new truck. So now I'm going to call the main object. I'm trying to print it, car object dot numWheels, truck object dot numWheels. I'm calling these two. Let's see what happens. Output, number of wheels. So this thing will be printed, number of wheels. Then 4, 18. These are printed. So this is how, this is called polymorphism. We are using inheritance and using a good relationship between all the inheritances that belong to the superclass. Why do we need polymorphism? Reuse the code. For very large projects, you can divide into 10 sub-projects. And then one can call each other different classes. It's a very powerful feature. The data manipulation becomes easy. So far we talked about all the variables, everything in Java. We still have not connected to a database. I'll create a separate video, a few videos about how to connect to database from a Java program. So here we talk about the data usage, extract data, manipulate data, update the data, print the data for reporting purpose. Manipulation is very effective. A class 1, class 2, class 3. This one has 2 subclasses. Inherit the attributes methods, maintain the good relationships. So I explained about the polymorphism. Previous chapters we talked about inheritance. Next video I will talk about more about the inner classes, nested classes. We are at the advanced level of Java. Please watch my intermediate and beginner Java videos. I have hundreds of videos about Java, C, Perl, PHP, C++, C#, MySQL. We have other videos, yoga, medical nursing. We have about more than 600 videos and have 85,000 subscribers worldwide. Thanks for watching.